Hello from Epcot. I finally made it. Look, Spaceship Earth. Today is Tuesday after the start of the Epcot International Food and Wine Festival. I wasn't able to come this weekend, so I'm here now, so yay. I've got a couple friends to help me eat some food, so that way I'm not wasting a bunch of food, which is nice. I think we have about 10 options this year. So not a ton, not too little. We have a lot of returning options, a lot of options that have now moved booths, but they're the same option. So we will go and check them out, and I'm excited to try them all and bring you along with us. So I am here with a returning favorite, however, it's in a new location. So we no longer have, what was the name of the booth before that was all impossible? What was it called?
Was it like
Earth Eats? Was that spring though?
Oh, maybe. That's food and cool.
Whatever. Anyway, Abby and Aaron no help. So we no longer have that all impossible sponsored booth. We just now have impossible stuff just like scattered throughout. So this is one of the returning favorites, the Impossible Slider. I'll wait for you to, you're gonna focus. There we are. So it's definitely a little bit bigger this year. You get a ton of like the aioli stuff. The girl warned me that it, quote, has a kick to it, which I said thank you, I love that. So I will bite into this and then see if it still holds up. I wanna make sure they made it to order, by the way. They were not prepped, which is kind of nice that they aren't going to be sitting and be like soggy bun life. So that's nice. So let's see how he is. The cook on the burger is really good. It definitely has way more of a kick than it has previous years, so love that. You can see inside it if it feels like it. But yeah, there's like jalapeno sticking off back here. It definitely has way more of a kick than previous years, and it's still very good. The bun's not dry. Usually the bun is super dry on that guy. And that was like perfect. I would, if I get it again, which I will, I will ask for extra of the sauce because I just like how creamy the sauce is. So far so good to start.
Trowel and trowel.
Is that what, but that was the Flower and Garden one. So Earth Eats was, okay. Just so we all know, it was called Trowel and Trellis during Flower and Garden. Earth Eats was Food and Wine. Earth Eats is gone. R.I.P. All right, so I have the adobo yuca fries here. Ooh, please don't fall. From the fry basket. It's right next to Test Track behind me in the monorail. You get 5 yuca fries. They're covered in a vegan sauce. I grabbed a fork so that way I don't look like a Neanderthal trying this. So here we go.
Oh, there's one here too.
They did not go light on the salt on this. I'm gonna need some water very quickly. I hope it's just this one. I don't know. It's very salty. I don't know how else to describe it. Otherwise, the yuca's cooked. It tastes like the one from Nomad Lounge. But it's got a nice sauce, but it's very salty. Okay, so we're gonna try another one because this one had a lot of the seasoning on it. Did we decide? This one looks safe, right?
I didn't look at the bottom.
Should I go the one that you guys already bit?
Yeah,
okay.
do that one.
All right. As you can tell, we are attempting to find the least salty bites. Try it again. That's much better. It's still salted, but it's not like the other one where it was like, when I got Satuli Canteen with Gina from Gluten Free Disney World, a while back, the tofu at Satuli Canteen was so salty, that was like that level of salty. So that was a rough first bite, but this one's good. I like this. Okay, I forgot to mention also there is a fry flight here that has one vegan option. It's like a salt and vinegar chip. I believe Xana from Vegan Disney Foods said that you can get the other options modified. I just didn't want to eat a ton of fries, so we are just omitting that today. But there is an option, especially if you're with non-vegans, and you can munch as well. So. The air conditioning that is brewing, which used to be the Odyssey building. This is my favorite place for festivals because it's inside and air conditioned. So we got the drink that my brain does not remember what it's called right now. We got the frozen fusion drink. The ice cream molecules are actually vegan. I saw the ingredient list. There's no dairy in them at all, so that's cool. It's got like a pomegranate and something else tea, so we'll give it a try. It's just like a big ol' frozen chunk on the top.
Scratch off things. Ready? It smells like a combination.
It's good. It's like not too sweet. It's like it's definitely like a tea. It's nice. I don't think the balls really would add much to it by any means.
It's definitely sour, like a pucker.
Maybe it was sour to you? It just seems sweet to me.
I did that. I went to the game and actually watched it and scratched it off.
I guess it's like a little bit. It's more sour than I guess my brain would think. You try. You try. Tell me if it's sour or sweet.
Right here.
I guess maybe
Okay, we have a general consensus that it's a little sweet sour vibes. So
It's good though.
it's good. Yes, or overly sweet.
I like it. It's nice, like balance.
Yeah.
We're drinking.
So last year we had these delectable buffalo Brussels sprouts. We have those again, but we also have vegan wings, aka tenders. They're Impossible brand and they have buffalo sauce. So I'm gonna try the tenders first, just because I know what the Brussels sprouts taste like. We got 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 bad boys.
I knew I should have gotten a kidney thing.
It's fine. Okay. Ta-da! A tender.
So I have this question.
why like average?
Yes, that's ugly, but it's like questionable average. It's like, it's not bad.
It's cooked well. It's not like an overly cooked tender by any means. It has a good buffalo heat to it. It's got the vegan like blue cheese situation on it with like a ranch drizzle. It's pretty good. I will eat those again. And then the Brussels sprouts, we got them all sprouty and saucy. They're a little overcooked for me. Last year they had like more of a crisp to them. Those are super mushy, but they still taste great. And again, I love anything that's in buffalo sauce, so I will eat all of this again. So we are currently right next to Refreshment Outpost, which is the little like Africa section that's between China and Germany. So right at the end of China is where you will find the India booth, which has the potato and pea samosas. I don't want them to fall off my plate, but that's them. And then the Refreshment Outpost has the spicy githeri, which they've had for a couple of years. For a while it would be like Kenya, and then it would be over there, and then Kenya. It's just one of those that keeps bouncing back and forth. So I'm gonna try the githeri first. From previous years it was never spicy, it just says it's spicy, so I want to see if that changed, and we'll give it a try. So here are my beans and some rice. flavor's good. It kind of just tastes like a chili on rice. But again, I still wouldn't call it spicy. I have another bite. It has like a slight heat in the back of your throat, but it's not anything that I would like consider spicy. Like my burger, the slider I had earlier, was spicier than this is, so. The rice is a little undercooked, but overall this is really good. It's really great. Faux meat free option too, so that's really nice to have. So I'm gonna cut open this samosa. If you wanna take this journey with me. I don't want it to fall. Alright, so here's the samosa cut open in half. They are big. I mean, it's got the potato and pea. You can literally see the pea right there. And it has the like chutney sauce on it. Cut it again, give it a little try. Maybe. It's like definitely has more of a heat than the Katheri does. It's really good. It's got a good slow heat to it. The potatoes are basically like a mashed potato in it, but it's really delicious. This was like one of my favorite things I had last year, so I'm really excited that it's back. So now I'm gonna let my friends eat it because I can't hoard everything. But this is really good. Definitely get it if you like samosas. Alright, so we have just left the Greece booth. So this hot boy is a impossible plant-based moussaka, which is basically like a Greek shepherd's pie, but instead of mashed potato, it's a bechamel. Yes, I said it correct? Okay. The sides are really hot, so I don't know if I'm about to burn my tongue in this situation, but there it is. I don't know if you can see it. It's like hot, not hot. You know what I mean? Like where you eat something and it's like really hot, but also like not. Yeah. It's good. It's not something I love. The only other time I've had a moussaka was at Epcot, but like 6 or 7 years ago, when they had a Gardein one. It definitely has like a nutmeggy flavor to it, and it had a big old chunk of potato that I ate, but I wonder if we can get, you can see there is impossible little bits, but that's about it. It's fine. It's really hot though, and it's really hot out, so it's not really ideal, but it is what it is. So we are now in Morocco at Tangerine Cafe. So the quick service has been closed since the pandemic. Disney bought Morocco during the pandemic, and then when they reopened the parks, Morocco just didn't reopen. So we still have Spice Road Table, obviously, but Tangerine Cafe has been used for the festivals. So once again, we have this falafel pita that is not focusing for you. It's just... All right, we have this falafel pita. You get 2 little falafel bits. Last year they kind of tasted like hush puppies, so I'm hoping that it's better than last year. We also have the stone baked Moroccan bread, which comes with a, can't do this because it will pour out, but a hummus, chermoula, and a zoug sauce. Zoug is usually spicy, so whichever one is spicier, I assume is the darker one, and we'll find out. So I guess I'll try the bread first. It's very puffy. It's very puffy bread. Alright, I'm just gonna do little bits since I am sharing. I'll try the one that I assume is the zoug sauce first. Got a little bit on there. It's good. The bread's really dry, but it's good. It's got like cornmeal or something on it. It's very textured. So we're gonna try what I assume is the tremolo. I'll say that is the tremolo. The other one had more heat. They're very wet. I don't think I can do this without pouring oil, but they're very wet. Some hummus. Tastes like hummus. Do you want to try this?
Really garlicky.
Which one? The green? Yeah. And that one, I didn't really have like a heat to me, but it definitely had more of a heat than the green one did. Nice. All right, so I'm gonna try this falafel situation. Still not spice? All right, we have determined that the Zouk has no heat. So here is the falafel. I'm just gonna go, so they did it like they did last year, which is really annoying. All of like the greens and the tomato and stuff are all the way at the bottom, so when you bite into this, all you get is the falafel.
That's how everybody does their falafel, and I hate it.
I want it to be layered.
Right. Why?
Why
I
is it
shouldn't
not
have to take it apart and put it back together.
First bite, just falafel. Better than last year though. It's still not like green falafel, which I much prefer like a green falafel, but that is significantly better than last year. So
I do like that bread.
it's just nice to know that things can improve, especially when you have low expectations. The bread's fine though on that bread thing. I don't know if I would get that dish again.
What's the green one? The tremolo?
Yeah.
That's delicious. I like how garlicky it is.
I love how it's very good.
You heard it. You heard it here. Okay, so we are over at Shimmering Sips. This is this year's version of the guava cake. It definitely looks like it's going to be very similar to the Tres Leches from Flower and Garden, which I'm okay with. So it's very pretty though, and it's got the coconut on it, and it's got a whipped cream and like a gel, and then the cake. So. Ooh, yes, it's wet. Don't know if we'll make sure you're in focus before. Okay.
You see my sunglasses anywhere?
You guys don't get this. This is so good. I do love guava though, so it's like the perfect sweetness. I don't know if you can really see. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. We're gonna do this instead. You can see in where the cake is cut and moist. This is such a treat. This is like the perfect. This is the perfect way to end my adventure around here. I'll do a recap here in a second, but I'm gonna eat this because it's delicious. All right, so I finished my journey around World Showcase. As a whole, we all kind of decided that the only dish that we didn't really care for, and it had to do with the fact with how it was cooked, it didn't actually have to do with the flavor, was the spicy katheri from Refresh My Outpost. Everything else was actually very good. My only other critique really was the Brussels sprouts were overcooked at brewing, but the cake was delicious. The falafel pita was pretty good. Everything was very good. As Abby said at one point, the sauces today have been on point. So that was for sure the case. It was very good. I am not mad about it. We have the Noodle Exchange opening. So I'm hiding in the sun. The Noodle Exchange is opening on August 15th, which is in 2 weeks. So I won't be making a video for that, but I definitely will add it to the blog. So if you want to see that, if I get it, then it will be on there. So thanks for following along.